And here's what I want to tell you. The only way you're going to be free, you got to come out of this head first. What I mean by that is your mind needs to be free. What's the biggest battleground? Where's the battle? It's in the mind. When the enemy took Jesus up to the temple and he came and said, if you're all the Son of God, will you turn these stones into bread? Do you think he was just showed up with a pitchfork and you think in the red deal? Do you think he showed up in the suit and the horns and all that stuff? I don't know. All I know is that when he comes to me, he doesn't do that. It would actually be better if he did, because I could hit him. You know what I'm saying? It'd actually be better. But he doesn't do that. He shows up in my mind, the battlefield that goes on with those ungodly beliefs, those ungodly thoughts, those things that are going on. They're the battlefield of my mind. And I'm fighting those things because I want to be free. But if you'll be free, if your mind is free, Sojourn said, if you free your mind and the rest will follow. When you're born, and I believe that God is birthing freedom in our lives, when you're born, it's head first. So how are you going to come out of this bondage? Head first. How are you going to be free? Head first. God is going to cause your mind to be free because you have the mind of Christ, and that battlefield, you're going to know it in your mind and the journey to your heart that God has caused freedom to come about in your life. Jesus died for our freedom. I want you to think about this. One of the last battles that he paid for was when he died on the cross. And if you think about it, the name of the place that he died was called Golgotha. It's a place of the skull, right? The place of the skull. If you look at it, it actually, they were saying it looks like a skull. But here's what I want to tell you. This is so cool. That cross on top of that hill was stuck right in the middle of that skull so that you could be free. Your mind that he wants you to be free in, he nailed that cross stuck right in that skull in a place of freedom. I'm praying that you realize that the cross of Christ and what he's paid for is right in your mind so that you know there's a place that holds your brain, that holds your mind, that place can be free. And you can walk in the freedom that God has for you. The place of the skull, the place of freedom so that your mind can be free and you can walk in the freedom that God has for you. Amen? He wants you to be free.